dear children, welcome back to our social class. Today I am going to explain a new topic. Before that, I want to ask some questions. First question: what is forest? What is forest? A forest is a large area of land dominated by trees and wild animals. A forest is a large area of land dominated by trees, plants, animals, wild animals. Okay, this is about forest. In Telugu, అడవి అంటే ఒక ప్లేస్, ఒక ప్రాంతం. ఎలాంటి ప్రాంతం అంటే ఒక పెద్ద ఏరియా, దానిలో అన్ని చెట్లు, క్రూర జంతువులు ఉంటాయన్నమాట. దాన్ని ఫారెస్ట్ అంటారు. Now, another question. What are the uses of forest? What are the uses of forest? Uses. First one, fuel. Second one, fencing. Third one, fodder. And last one, soil erosion. These are the uses. Let us discuss one by one. First, fuel. Nowadays also, some village people are using wood as fuel for cooking their food. Some village people are using wood. They bring some sticks from forest and using as fuel for cooking their food and other things. Okay. Another one, fodder. Fodder means food. It is very important source for cattle and grazing animals. It is very important source for cattle and grazing animals. Village people or tribal people are bringing variety of grass, leaves, shrubs from forest and giving their animals as food. Okay, this is about fodder. Now about fencing. If you see houses which are located in towns and cities, all the houses having compound walls. Why? Compound walls are protecting houses. Similarly, rural area and tribal area people also protecting their houses with fencing. For this, they need some sticks. They are bringing some sticks from forest and making their fencing for protecting their houses from wild animals and other things. So, forest is providing sticks for fencing. Forest is providing sticks for fuel also. Okay. Now, I am going to talk about soil erosion. Soil erosion. See, tree roots have na? Tree roots are bind the soil. Tree roots are bind the soil and prevent erosion caused by wind and water. Tree roots are bind the soil and prevent soil erosion. So, forest is protecting soil erosion. Okay, forest is protecting our land. This is about soil erosion. These all uses of forest. Now, our new topic. What is that new topic? Yes, our new topic is forest, that is equatorial forest. Equatorial forest, where it is located? It is located near the equator. It is located near the equator between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. It is located between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Okay. Some continents are spread these equatorial forest. Asia, Africa and South America also spread these equatorial forest. Okay. Here throughout the year hot and humid. In this forest area, throughout the year hot and humid. So rains also heavy, heat also heavy, plants also heavy. Okay, this is about simple explanation of our equatorial forest. Now take your textbook and pencil, page number 140. Shall we move, children?
See, children, this is your third lesson, equatorial forest. It is located near the equator line between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. See here, the equatorial rainforest regions, as the name indicates, are found near the equator between 0 degrees and 10 degrees north and south of the equator. Look at this map carefully. You will be able to see that it is spread over parts of 3 continents. This region spread over 3 continents. See, Asia, Africa and South America. In South America, the countries located in this region. In this region, some countries are located. Which are the countries? Ecuador, Colombia and Brazil. The rainforest covers the entire Zaire Basin and the Guinea coast in West Africa. South Asian countries like Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, parts of India and Australia are also situated in this zone. Now about climate. In this region, climate is hot and humid throughout the year. In this region, climate is throughout the year hot and humid. The duration of day and night is equal. Day and night duration is equal. Why? Because it is located near the equator line. Okay. The humidity is very high. Because of the high rate of evaporation from large rivers, ponds, seas and transpiration from plants. Rainfall also heavy. High evaporation, high rainfall. Okay, rainfall is heavy, evaporation also heavy. Plants also heavy. See about plants. Since the region receives rainfall throughout the year, there is a luxuriant growth of natural vegetation. Here, throughout the year, rains are coming now, so plants are growing healthy and thickly. The equatorial region is an evergreen region. Why? All the trees remain green. Looks like green. Why? Because all the trees do not shed their leaves at the same time. Do not shed their leaves at the same time. The trees grow in different heights, forming several layers. The trees of this region also have broad leaves and thick branches. పెద్ద పెద్ద ఆకులు, thick branches, కాండాలు చాలా పెద్దగా ఉంటాయి. Thick branches and forming a canopy at their top. Canopy means పందిరి. ఇలా ఒక పందిరిలాగా అల్లుకుపోతాయి అన్నమాట టాప్లో. Mosses and lichen grow on the damp trunk and branches of the trees inside the forest. Mosses and lichen means it is a type of నాచు. ఇది ఒక నాచు అంటే పాకుడు లాంటిది అనమాట, చెట్ల మీద ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. Now the equatorial forests are very useful. Why? Ebony, mahogany, etc. These are big trees. These trees are providing raw material for many industries. These forests also comprise creepers, orchids, lianas and tall trees. They release oxygen and a lot of moisture into the air. Release oxygen. You know very well about oxygen. Now moisture means గాలిలో తేమ శాతం కూడా ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే చెట్లు గ్రీన్ ట్రీస్ ఎక్కువగా ఉన్న చోట గాలిలో తేమ శాతం కూడా ఎక్కువగా ఉండి థిక్ క్లౌడ్స్ని ఫామ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు హెవీ రెయిన్స్ ఆల్సో కమింగ్. ఓకే, in this area release oxygen and a lot of moisture into the air, which form thick clouds and result in heavy precipitation. In fact, that is why they are called rainforest. That is why they are called rainforest. Wildlife. Animal life in the equatorial region is found in abundance. అంటే యానిమల్స్ అనేవి ఇక్కడ సమృద్ధిగా ఉన్నాయి. దేర్ ఆర్ an immense number of variety of insects. అపారమైన వెరైటీ ఇన్సెక్ట్స్ ఆల్సో found in this region. What are the insects? For example, butterflies, mosquitoes, spiders, etc. These are variety of insects found in this region. About animals. Animals like gorillas, chimpanzees, wild pigs and okapis are found in this region. The famous anaconda snake is also an inhabitant of the Zaire Basin of South America. Gorillas are found in West Africa. Big animals such as jaguars, crocodiles and elephants are also found in this region. There are as well a large variety of monkeys and colorful birds. In this region, large variety of monkeys and colorful birds also found in this region. Now, human life. The equatorial region is one of the most thinly populated parts of the world. Thin means చాలా తక్కువగా ఉంటారనమాట. థిక్ ఫారెస్ట్ అంటే ఫారెస్ట్ థిక్గా ఉంది, పాపులేషన్ మాత్రం థిన్. ఓకే, సమ్ ఏరియాస్ సచ్ యాజ్ ద అమెజాన్ బేసిన్, ద జైర్ బేసిన్ and many large islands of Indonesia and the Philippines have extremely sparse population due to dark, dense and damp forest. Bantu tribes are found in the Zaire Basin. The Indonesian island of Sumatra is populated by the Javas and Kubus. In this region, tribal people only living. Okay, what are the tribal people? Bantu tribes, Java tribes and Kubu tribes are living in this region. Okay, now agriculture. Here some people in these regions practice shifting cultivation. Crops like maize, rice and cassava are grown after clearing a patch of forest for 2 to 3 years. After some time, when the fertility of land diminishes, the people move to a new area. Some people in this region practice shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation means moving cultivation. Moving means in this region some tribal people choose a patch of land. Tribal people కొంత ల్యాండ్ని చూస్ చేసుకొని ట్రీస్ కట్ చేసి బర్న్ చేస్తారు. తర్వాత ఆ ల్యాండ్లో మెయిస్, రైస్ అండ్ కసావా ఈ ప్లాంట్స్, ఈ క్రాప్ని వాళ్ళు పండిస్తారనమాట. కొంతకాలం అయిన తర్వాత అంటే ఆఫ్టర్ సమ్ టైమ్ వెన్ ద ఫర్టిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ల్యాండ్ డిమినిషెస్, ఆ నేలలో సారం అంతా తగ్గిపోయిన తర్వాత ఏమవుతుందంటే వీళ్ళు పీపుల్ మూవ్ టు ఏ న్యూ ఏరియా. ప్లాంటేషన్ అగ్రికల్చర్. ప్లాంటేషన్ అగ్రికల్చర్ ఈజ్ వైడ్లీ ప్రాక్టీస్డ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా, ఇండోనేషియా, మలేషియా, వెస్ట్ ఆఫ్రికా అండ్ సెంట్రల్ అమెరికా. Plantation agriculture specializes in the production of a particular crop. Through this method, crops are grown on a large scale for commercial purposes. The crops grown in these plantations include tea, coffee, rubber and cocoa. Plantation agriculture అంటే ఏంటంటే లార్జ్ స్కేల్ అంటే ఎక్కువ మొత్తంలో ఒకే రకమైన పంటను పండిస్తారు. అది వ్యాపార నిమిత్తం, కమర్షియల్ పర్పసెస్, వ్యాపార నిమిత్తం పెద్ద మొత్తంలో ఎక్కువ మొత్తంలో పంటను పండిస్తూ ఉంటారు. దట్ ఈస్ ప్లాంటేషన్ అగ్రికల్చర్. ఓకే చిల్డ్రన్, దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ యువర్ లెసన్. వన్స్ recollect our lesson. Your lesson name is ఈక్వటోరియల్ ఫారెస్ట్. ఈక్వటోరియల్ ఫారెస్ట్ని గ్రీన్ ఫారెస్ట్ అంటారు, ఎవర్ గ్రీన్ ఫారెస్ట్ అంటారు, రెయిన్ ఫారెస్ట్ అని కూడా అంటారు. ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ వర్షాలు ఎక్కువగా పడతాయి, ట్రీస్ అన్నీ ఎప్పుడు గ్రీన్గా ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి గ్రీన్ ఫారెస్ట్ అంటారు. వర్షాలు ఎక్కువ పడతాయి కాబట్టి దీన్ని రెయిన్ ఫారెస్ట్ అని కూడా పిలుస్తారు. ఎప్పుడు గ్రీన్గా ఎందుకు ఉంటున్నాయి అంటే ఇక్కడున్న చెట్లన్నీ కూడా ఒకేసారి ఆకులను రాల్చట్లేదు. ఆల్ ద ట్రీస్ డు నాట్ షట్ దైర్ లీవ్స్ ఎట్ ద సేమ్ టైం. అన్ని ట్రీస్ కూడా ఒకేసారి ఆకుల్ని రాల్చట్లేదు కాబట్టి ఆ ఫారెస్ట్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా గ్రీన్గానే ఉంటుంది. ఈ ఫారెస్ట్ ఈక్వేటర్ లైన్ దగ్గరగా ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ డే నైట్ డ్యూరేషన్ ఈక్వల్గా ఉంటుంది. ఓకేనా? ఓకే చిల్డ్రన్, దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ యువర్ లెసన్. ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ I will teach important points from the lesson and bit part. Okay, now you have to read this lesson and write hard words from this lesson. Okay children, let us meet again in the next class. Take care, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.